Hi everyone, welcome to this Thursday live. Every Thursday around 7 p.m. Eastern time I go live. So grateful to have you all. If you're watching rewatch, please let me know too. So let's get into this reading. Well, I'm doing famous exes because I know a lot of you love the famous exes. We're gonna start with Cardi B. Actually, somebody asked me to do a video on Cardi B and Offset like a month ago, so I decided to add them into the famous exes live. And then we're going to do Ariana Grande and Dalton Gomez because some of you have asked me if he cheated. Then the last one we're going to do is Scarlett Johanssen and Ryan Reynolds. So we're going to be doing those three couples. So let's get into it. Thank you so much everybody for watching. Please like on your way in. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Since about 60% of you watch my videos that are not subscribed, so please subscribe. It does help out. My light keeps flickering in the back. I need to change the batteries. It's an H sign. Okay, so let's get into this reading. I'm going to start with Cardi B and Offset. I'm using the Pix du Soleil Tarot. So let's see what Offset's birth chart is. I know that Cardi B is a Libra, a Sun in Libra. Oh, a Sagittarius. Interesting, very interesting. It's funny. I used to always say my best relationship was with a Sagittarius. And before that, I used to always say that I didn't trust being with a Sagittarius because I feel like a lot of them tend to be cheaters. A lot of famous Sun and Sagittarius are big time cheaters. So it just reminds me of that because he's a known cheater, which is unfortunate, but he is. So we'll get into it. Sun and Libra, Sun and Sagittarius. They've had like this on and off again relationship, which I don't know if it's the best for the children. And well, she's pregnant with a third child or something like that. You guys can tell me in the comment section what child. This is the third child, right? Which congratulations to her. Oh my gosh, I just realized that I totally forgot she was pregnant. And I can't do readings on pregnant. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to adjust it. I'm going to do it on him. I'm going to do the reading on Offset. I just realized she's pregnant. I wasn't even, I don't focus on a lot of these news. I don't focus on a lot of the celebrity news. So I didn't see she was pregnant. I just thought they broke up. So I'm going to focus it on him. So his energy, because I don't like to interfere when people are pregnant. I don't like to interfere in their energy. So I'm just going to focus on him. So let's see. Offset. What's going on past? Well, let's see. Relationship update for Offset. Okay. Wow. So with 10 of Swords, the Death, and the Moon. So I see here ending a lot of relationships. I see him ending a lot of relationships. And I think he's being spiritually guided. I think he's very much into esoteric. A lot of Hollywood is sometimes not for the best. Esoteric is just something different other than traditional religion and spirituality. But I see him into some kind of darkness. I get darkness, with this Death card. I see him being very much into, I think he might be trying to, one of his brothers passed, right? I think he might be trying to speak to one of his brothers and get their energy, pull their energy. Let's see if he has any Scorpio in his chart. I'm going to share his chart with you because I see some Scorpio energy. Or was the brother that passed a Scorpio? But I get strong Scorpio energy. Venus in Scorpio and Pluto in Scorpio. Okay. I do see very strong Scorpio energy. Takeoff was the brother, right? The past. Let's see. Right? Yes, okay, unfortunately. And he was a Gemini. Okay. Let me stop sharing. So let me add this back to stage. So I see that Offset is kind of trying to connect with his brother that passed. And he might not be doing it in the best way. He might be doing it in a way that's kind of sinister. Just to connect. He kind of doesn't have closure. And it's very sad. I lost my sister last year, and I feel like I never really got closure. And it's very sad, when you go through something like that, when you aren't on the best terms with one of you passes away, and you want closure. So he's trying to get closure. I think they might have had like a fight or something like that. And he knows that a lot of his issues that he has, his trauma that he has, is related to his upbringing and his family dynamic. So with Two of Cups, Two of Wands, and Queen of Pentacles, there's a new woman in his life that's telling him, that's kind of guiding him and telling him, I think Cardi might be very jealous of her, actually. Very, very jealous of her. Sun and Libras can be very jealous people. And I don't think it was romantic, this other woman, but it is becoming romantic because he feels isolated, and a lot of Sun and Sagittarius, they're lovely. I don't know how to explain this, but they don't like to be alone. Similar to Sun and Libras, but in a different way. They kind of don't like to be abandoned by their partners, And when they feel abandoned, that's when they cheat. When they feel abandoned, a lot of people, but I've seen it mostly in Sun and Sagittarius. And this person that came into his life is like an advisor, spiritual advisor. He has developed a friendship with, and she's helping him break generational trauma ties and so forth. And through that, he's actually going to be a lot better. In the next 2 to 3 years, we're going to see a stronger version of him and a more healed version of him. So I am excited for that. Yeah. When she's not pregnant, I'll do an update on them together. I just remember that she's pregnant. It literally just came to me. Okay, so let's move on to the next exes. And that is Ariana Grande and Dalton Gomez. Unless anybody has anything to say. Everybody's being so quiet today. I feel like when I do specific celebrities, everybody's like shouting, commenting in the section, which is fine. It's fine. It's totally fine. Okay, so I'm going to use the Mermaid Tarot for this. I haven't used this tarot deck in a very long time. I'm going to shuffle the cards. While I shuffle the cards, I'm going to pull some energies. So to learn from this, I'm going to do a little differently. I'm going to see what went wrong in the relationship, just so we can learn from the relationship. So what went wrong? Some people allege that he cheated. I don't see that. Okay, this is very interesting because the first two cards came out reversed. So 5 cups. So she felt alone. 5 cups in the moon in reverse. She felt alone in the relationship. And 8 of swords. So that's what went wrong. She kind of felt like they couldn't relate. And I was actually talking about this. I just recorded a lot of videos. I will edit them. They will be available early viewing for members tomorrow, next week for everybody else. And I just recently spoke about when I've had the experience of dating famous men versus when I see other people who are famous dating famous people. And the main difference I feel is that, and I think that's why lots of famous people date each other, because they can understand. So I think when she would complain about situations, he'd be like, oh, just get over it, just, you're fine. She was like, oh, the paparazzi's following me today. He's like, whatever, just deal with it. She dealt with a lot of things alone. I think she felt very alone in that relationship, and that seems like a horrible place to be in, and I'm so sorry. I don't think he was emotionally, he wasn't emotionally equipped to deal with a wife like Ariana Grande. I think a lot of men aren't. Yeah. And I think that's why she excuse me, found comfort in her co-star, because I think she's the type of person. I haven't met her. I actually have a mutual friend with her brother, which is very funny. um, and I've seen him in passing a few times. We actually used to do Soul Cycle together in Hollywood. my first, one of my first Soul Cycle rides in LA. He was on the podium, and he was such a good rider. It really inspired me. Actually, he was really, really good. But um, I strongly feel like she complains a lot. Very Sun and Cancer. I love Sun and Cancer. Sun and Cancers can sometimes whine quite a lot. And he was just like, get over it. Just get over it. It's fine. You'll be fine. Don't worry about it. I see her scrolling on social media alone, feeling alone in a car, like just scrolling. And he's like, don't look at that. It's not good for you. Like, very controlling. He's a Capricorn, right? I can see that. I see him being sign Capricorn, which is something that I love all the signs, but some particular signs, I feel like some things that they do really irk me. And I've noticed with Capricorns, they can be very controlling. For example, I probably shouldn't put him on blast like this, but I have somebody who's a Capricorn who's very close to me. And sometimes we're not very close anymore because of this factor. I have difficulty dealing with it. But sometimes if I have an issue, I just want to vent, and I'll just be venting and he'll tell me what to do. And I get so mad because I'm like, just listen, I know what to do, but I just want to talk it out. And that's the same with her. She felt like instead of having empathy, sometimes Capricorns can lack empathy. And I've seen that quite a bit. Earth signs in general. Earth signs, I feel like in general need to practice and work on the empathy muscle. We all do, but specifically the earth signs. So with Six of Wands, she decided, she was like, you know what, I cannot deal with this anymore. Especially with water signs. They need people that are empathic to deal with them, because they tend to kind of like, and I don't mean this in a bad way, because it's helped me come in tune with my own emotions. Because I have a lot of Capricorn in my birth chart. I can see, and I've had to work on this. I've had to develop more empathy, especially for water sign types. That if they want to whine, they want to complain, that's fine. It has nothing to do with me. I should just listen, So I see her kind of feeling like, why won't you just listen to me? And that does also happen in relationships, where the man will be like, we'll just give a solution to the problem. And sometimes I just want to vent. Just let me vent. So yeah, she fought very long, poor thing. Knight of Swords, Judgment, and Seven of Pentacles. She was like, you know what? This is it. This is it. So that's went wrong. So let's see where they are now. Which is very, very interesting too. What's their relationship today? Okay, so he's doing well in his business. I think they're actually on speaking terms, which is very interesting. I think he helped her invest in something, and it's starting to pick up again. He's very good at business, which is very Capricorn. Capricorns are very good in general, very good at business and investing. And he's helping her invest. Helping her invest a lot. Okay, so let's move on. If anybody has anything to say, move on to the last couple. I've been so inspired by this whole Blake Lively thing that's been going around. I don't agree with the hate that she gets. So please, if you watch this, do not send any hate. And it sounds like so cliche to say that. But guys, come on, we know better than that. You just don't have to don't go on her page and send. It's just so low class. Not very doer. Okay, so let's see. Let me put it on the right slide. Okay, So Scarlett Johanssen and Ryan Reynolds. What went wrong? Yikes. Okay, so I see a lot of, he's a sun in Scorpio, so is she. Just so interesting because I feel like sun of Scorpios, she's sun of Sagittarius. She's almost Scorpio, but she's sun of Sagittarius. So, because I was like, usually sun of Scorpios get along, but since the moment they got married, it was just pew, 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 fire everywhere. Ace of Swords, Seven of Swords, like passive aggressive, mostly from him. I get mostly from the Ace of Wands to both of them. Very passive aggressive, mean to each other, fighting a lot. Let's see. I think he wanted to be. This is the thing about Sun and Sagittarius. They need freedom. Let me just make sure she's Sun Sagittarius because I remember her being Sun Sagittarius. I actually met her husband now. I spelled her name wrong, sorry. It's so difficult to spell her name. I have a difficult last name too, so I don't get upset when people can't. But yeah, November 22nd, yes. I have a difficult last name too, so I don't get upset when people can't spell it. I went to Soul Cycle the other day, somebody pronounced my last name properly, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so impressed for the first time in a very long time. So, Sun in Sagittarius, Moon in Scorpio, Ace. Okay, so I think the Moon in Scorpio also kind of, and her rising is in Sagittarius. If you guys can see. So, I feel like the energy that I pick up on is very passive aggressive. I think he wanted, and this is what I've said about Sun in Sagittarius, she wanted her freedom. So, she wanted to do things alone. She wanted to press alone. She wanted to do things alone. And he was like, let's do this together. We're a couple. Let's do it together. He's like, no, She's like, no, I want to do it alone. Why? And I see the team behind her didn't want her doing things with him, even though they're married. And that caused a lot of friction. A lot of friction. Even them getting married, I think it was very, oh, I see what happened. Five of Cups, Temperance, and Four of Wands. They got married. I feel like he married her to kind of like trap her. I don't know if that makes any sense. But I see her breaking up with him and then him proposing to her. That's what I see happening. Seven of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So from the beginning, the relationship was a mess. I see a lot of people blaming Blake Lively, and I actually have a video coming out about Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds very soon, so check it out. Members will drop tomorrow. But I don't see them being any kind of cheating, or I just see from day one bickering, fighting, anger, passive aggressive. Oh yeah, I was saying I met her husband, her current husband, Colin Jost, the Saturday Night Live guy. I don't watch it anymore. I used to watch it like 8 years ago. I used to watch it. That's when I met him. I don't really have anything to say about him. He was just very New York. I don't like kind of elite New Yorker type. I don't have anything to say about him really. Yeah, it was just I used to work in the West Village, and he came in, and really I have nothing to say about him. He didn't really stand out to me. In fact, somebody had to tell me, "Hey, that's Colin Jost," and I was like, "Oh yeah, it is." And I was serving him at the time because I worked in the West Village as a waitress. I used to work at a very famous place, and we get celebrities a lot. That's where I met what's that guy's name from Pineapple Express, James. Oh my gosh, what's his name? The Pineapple Express guy. Anyways, I can't remember his name. But I also met Daniel Day-Lewis. He came in with his wife. There's lots with Zoe Kravitz, just a lot of celebrities because the West Village, So I met her husband, and he was, like I said, he didn't really stand out to me. He came in a suit, I remember exactly which I forgot the table numbers, but he was sat at a booth. And yeah, I did, like I said, he didn't really stand out to me that much. He was just like regular guy, which maybe that's what she likes, and I think maybe that's what she needs, you know, because she was married to that French guy too. She had a kid with, and it seems like that was too much for her. I have a soft spot for Scarlett Johansson. I think maybe because I grew up with her. She's what 4 years older than I am, and I remember she had this horse movie when I was like 12. I watched it. No, I was younger than that. I was like 9. And she did this movie where she had a horse and she'd ride the horse. I don't know if you guys remember that movie. But that movie really like had such an impression on me. So I've grown up with her, you know, basically. And I just feel like she's just being very misunderstood in Hollywood, you know. Very, very misunderstood. But anyways, that's just how I feel. I don't know her personally. Um, I don't know anybody who knows her personally. But I just feel like she was over sexualized from a very young age. And I can only imagine how tough that must be. And being such a natural beauty, like she's a natural, gorgeous woman. So where are they now? Fear Pentacles, the Emperor and the Star. I feel like there's no animosity. He's doing his own thing, she's doing her own thing. And I don't even think that they think about each other. Um, in that kind of way, you know. I think they've moved on. 9 of Cups, 10 of Swords, and the World. I think they've moved past the hurt. You know, I think there was a lot of hurt, obviously, and she had to get over being rejected in a certain way. I mean, I found out he dated Alanis Morissette, which I think is so crazy. She's another Sagittarius, right? She's in Sagittarius. But yeah, so at this moment, they moved on. Nothing else. You know, I don't think, you know, I think people think she's happy that all of this has come out about Blake Lively. I don't even think she really cares. She's bigger. She seems, in the energy I get, is that she's moved way past it. So, yeah, that's what I have for you guys today. If anybody has anything to say, everybody's so quiet today. I just want to say thank you for watching. If you want to become a member, request a video. If you want to request a video, become a member, and I'll make it unless it goes against my guidelines. There's certain celebrities that I have known or I have done readings on, or you know, I know them by proxy, so I cannot do readings on them. But feel free to request a video, and the easiest way to do that is to become a member. The other great perks to becoming a member too, I actually just released the book of the month for one of the memberships. So that is in the membership tab if you're interested. And yeah, I'm so excited for many things to come. It's almost the end of August, which is absolutely insane. Then it will be autumn, and then it will be um, winter. So time is going really, really fast. Well, in the northern hemisphere where I live. I'm actually going to New York next month, exactly in a month. So if either of you live in New York and you want to plan like a meetup, I might have enough time. Yeah, that's about all that I have today. I'm about to record it. Excuse me, I'm about to edit the videos I recorded. And I'll have them out for members tomorrow and for next week for everybody else. So thank you everybody for watching. Everybody's so quiet today, which is fine. If you're watching rewatch, please let me know in the comment section. I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching.